Mr. Speaker, this past weekend, I visited 4 cities in 4 states to meet with Puerto Rican elected officials, leaders, and members of the Puerto Rican diaspora about a very important campaign. I was in Hartford, Connecticut, Springfield, and Holyoke, Massachusetts, New York City, Newark, New Jersey for activities, parades, and discussions that were very successful. This week, I will be back in Chicago with my fellow Puerto Ricans at the National Museum of Puerto Rican Arts and Cultures to honor the organization and to recognize the talent and cultural contributions of Antonio Martorell and Lin-Manuel Miranda, who make us all so proud. But I'm not traveling on a campaign for president or for a political candidate. Rather, I'm meeting with people all over about a campaign for the current president to take action before he leaves office in January to free Oscar López Rivera, the last political prisoner from Puerto Rico who has been held for 35 years in American prisons. No one disputes that the President of the United States has the power to grant pardons, commute sentences, and grant clemency. It is a power the President alone possesses as our chief executive. Congress and the courts can do nothing to override him in this case. And Puerto Ricans and allies all over the world are asking the President to grant clemency to Oscar López Rivera. He was not convicted of committing a violent crime, rather he was convicted of seditious conspiracy, espousing the belief that the people of Puerto Rico are capable of, entitled to, and have the inalienable right to self-determination and freedom. This man, Oscar López Rivera, who is now in his 70s and spent half of his life in prison, is no threat to the United States or Puerto Rico. He harbors no nefarious plot to harm anyone. He is simply a man who has served an inordinate sentence for a crime for which he was convicted, and now Puerto Ricans want their elder statesman to be allowed to live out his days in Puerto Rico. In fact, Mr. Speaker, there are a few issues that unite the Puerto Rican people more than the united front that is assembling to call for the release of Oscar López Rivera. Hundreds have already pledged to join us on October 9th in Lafayette Park in Washington, D.C. to make our unity and our commitment known. I know from my own experience that all too often Puerto Ricans are divided from each other along so many lines of politics, class, and geography. But in this case, in this cause, in the united call, Puerto Ricans are united as never before. The House and the Senate of the island's legislature and the candidates, all the candidates for governor and major office, current and past elected officials, city councils, and municipal governments across the island, from San Juan to the smallest villages, support the release of Oscar López Rivera. Across party lines, across lines that often separate statehood advocates, independents, and Commonwealth advocates. Practically every bishop, every denomination, every congregation, parish, and church, almost the entire faith community on the island has called for Oscar's release. But it is not just a Puerto Rican thing, Mr. Speaker. It is a movement that has sparked followers across the United States as well. The AFL-CIO, ASCME, SEIU, Communication Workers of America, and other allies in the labor movement are standing up for justice and standing up for the release of Oscar López Rivera. The ACLU, the Hispanic National Bar Association, and religious leaders of all stripes are on board. The City Council of New York City and Newark, New Jersey Municipal Council passed resolution, and my friends and colleagues on the Congressional Hispanic Caucus here in Congress have joined us in the call for Oscar López Rivera to be released, and I thank the members of the Hispanic Caucus. Finally, Mr. Speaker, Oscar López Rivera's case and the call for him to be released has received international attention and validation. Presidents, Nobel laureates, leaders, artists, and activists the world over know it's time to let Oscar López Rivera return in peace to his island. Archbishop Desmond Tutu, the Archbishop Emeritus of the Anglican Church in Cape Town, a true champion of justice across the globe, has expressed his unwavering support for the release of this prisoner. Mr. Speaker, based on the merits of this case, the outpouring of support, and the moral obligation and power that has been placed in his hands, I join freedom fighters, justice lovers, Puerto Ricans, working people, and individuals across the globe in asking President Obama to use his pen to free Oscar López Rivera. Please join us in Washington, D.C. on October 9th in Lafayette Park and let your voice be heard.